Everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Worlds of Wonder using Staedtler Design Journey pencils. We're going to come in nice and closely to our last little bit that we have here. Now the anchor, I've been thinking and I have decided that it is going to be in silvery colours. So we're actually going to start with our black. So we're going to number 9 and I'm going to pop some black in the corner here and this corner, just spreading it around a little bit. Same on this side, a little bit there. I'm going to ignore that line, just put some down from there, out from the centre. And around here and here. Okay, now we're going to use I think this one might work well. This is the 890. I just need to give it a sharpen. Now we want cool greys to make a silvery colour. So I'm going to go over that black and extend it down this pokey bit. I don't know what it's called. And this bit. Basically just increasing those darker areas a little bit at the minute. Like that. Then we are going to use, what's that colour? 83. Now this is the dove grey. It's got a little bit of bluishness about it, which I think works quite well for a silver. This is going to be our last colour. So I'm going to go over the top of what I've done here and bring this down, but from the centre just take it up and leave a little bit there. So we've got a little bit of uncoloured paper there. Here we'll put it in the centre. Like that, and then we've got a slightly shiny anchor. You could use your white to blend those bits a bit, but I prefer to leave the paper showing than try and fiddle around with the white. It's up to you. Now we have got 3 fish. Now we haven't got a lot of really dark blue over this side, so that's how I'm going to do the fish. Do them all the same. We've not done any of our fish the same, so we're not. 36. I'm going to do the tail of this fish, 36, and the edge of the body of this one, like that. Then 33, and I'm going to do the tail of this one, body of this one. I know we haven't done matching fish before, but I'm sure it's all fine. Yeah, sorry, contemplating where to go next. We're going to do number 3. And with our 3, definitely do the body of this one. The inside of this one, and then our last colour, I think, maybe not, is the 30, and I'm going to do the inside of this one and the tail. That one needs something. We'll use 31 for that one. There we go. It all ended up looking pretty similar, more similar than I expected. Now we have a bit of grass here. I'm going to do that before the rest of the plants because I just want to see how it sits colour-wise. I'm going to start with the 38 and just do the base with this. Just fade it up like that. In the longer ones, you take longer to fade. Just find the bottom. There we go. And this is the sort of last one. And then I'm going to go to 553 and finish them off. It's quite bluey green. This is the phthalo green. It almost looks blue, but I think that's fine. Now we've got these 3 little leaves just here, or no, 5 leaves. I think I'm going to do them all the same colour as each other, and I might just go a sort of traditional greens for those. So 52 for the base. Keeping it simple. Like that. And then 50 for the tip. And what I do with this is start with a more intense layer at the top and then just blend it down into the other colour. There we go. Right, this one I'm thinking maybe I do in sort of browns. I'm actually going to start with a darkish brown. Got our 76. Not quite sure. I could go around the edge like we did with this one, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just come up from the bottom. Just do it a little bit differently. I think this looks a bit like it's sea lettuce. I can hear a lot of banging about through the wall. I know one of my neighbours was coming back to do some work on his flat, so it might be him, but it's fine. It doesn't worry me. I like hearing a bit of noise. It's not so good at night, but in the day, fine. Right, just sort of taper that off. Then I'm going to go lighter. We've got number 7. It's just a tad lighter. I find it's a little bit easier to blend your colours together if you're just going in little steps, getting them lighter. If you were trying to blend like a really dark red and a really pale yellow, that's quite difficult. But if you went from dark red to mid red to light red to dark orange to mid orange to light orange to dark yellow to mid yellow to light yellow, it'll be an awful lot easier. I don't know if you've ever tried, but I find you get a much neater looking, easier colour. I don't really have like a lighter sort of beige brown colour, so I'm going to go for this 703. I can't remember what it's supposed to be. Rosewood. I've got no idea. I'm going to just go through all of it again. Just colour over this bottom bit too. It means I can have a bigger chance of picking up any bits that I've forgotten to colour. Where there's white paper, no, I don't forget to colour, but I miss it, you know. So I hope this has been a fun page for you. The idea has been to try and keep it relaxed and slow and just, you know, not too complicated, but hopefully it'll end up looking reasonably pretty, despite the fact that we haven't done anything too difficult, you know, and just an opportunity to take a pause in your day and have some fun. Now, our last bit here You know, does this look like it should be green? I think so. I'm going to do it in the olives because right at the bottom over here, we sort of started with an olive. So it just seems nice to finish with an olive. But we're going to start with quite a darkish one. This is 579. And we're going to sort of do the stem part with this. So I'm just going to work my way all the way along to start with a heavyish layer, just going back and forth a little bit. Just cleaning off the pencil a bit. All the way up to that little tiny tip. And then I just want to go back down, just working a little bit of colour into the beginning of each of these little petally parts. I notice there's some dots here. I don't know what they are. We're heading all the way back. I'm trying to hold the page open a little bit for you. Do need to be careful when you're getting towards the spine. If you have a book that's glued rather than sewn, I think this book is both, if you push too hard you can break the glue away and spoil your book. So now I'm going to 57. Okay, I'm going to start down here actually. So I'm going to start at the tip and just pull the colour up our plant. I'm going to try and take it all the way to the edge, but we are going to add another colour. So I want to try and really fade it down. But the colour I'm adding is quite pale, so I want to make sure it's got this sort of pale greeny base. And we're working all the way along. Oh, noise has stopped now. I was quite enjoying trying to guess what it was. I'm just so nosy. I just have to use my imagination. Guess what's happening. I know that one neighbour's going to be doing some decorating. It's possible that's what was going on. But I don't know. I haven't seen him around. But that doesn't mean he's not around. It's not always easy to spot people if they're inside. We'll see. There we go. Now my final colour is actually going to be yellow. I'm going to use this yellow here, which is a slightly greeny tone. It doesn't look it in the camera. It's number 12. It's like the lemon. I'm going to go over everything with this, not everything, just this palm, to just give it a little bit more intensity. It's not really showing up that much, but I know it's there. I think it probably is showing up more than I can see. It's just the way my light is in here. With the blind shut and the lamp on and the sun coming in, it's a little tricky to see. But anyway, hopefully we're okay. So that is the last bit up here, but we've got our bubbles to do, and I actually haven't forgotten. So I'm going to just have a quick look and think. I'm thinking for me, I want to do a silver glitter. Okay, so I'm going to use my Jelly Roll Stardust. I have to come right out actually because it's a lot. But get the whole page in frame. There we go. So the Jelly Roll Stardust glitter, my silver one is quite small, but that's what I want to use. It's number 744. So you can use any silver glitter pen, or as I said before, you can use a sort of sea colour, you know, bluey green, or a metallic pen, or you could do a background of, I can start colouring, you could do a background of blue and then put some white dots. You could just go around the edge rather than filling them in. I quite like filling them in. I think they're a bit more obvious then. Now we've got a few magical bits as well here. I'm going to go over those with the pen. It just about shows up. Now if your pen stops working, make sure that you get a piece of scrap paper and scribble with it, because with a glitter pen they often clog up with glitter, so particularly the cheaper pens. But you know, there's nothing wrong with using a cheap pen if you like it, but just be aware, and just have a piece of scrap paper near you so that you can just have a bit of a scribble and block that roller a little bit. Don't try and do it on your page because it might splotch, although I've never had that happen. I've had it happen with a Posca. I've had a Posca splodge. Well, it was running out, so I thought, you know how you pump the Poscas up and down on the page? Well, I thought, oh, I know, I'll just do it on my colouring page, and I can just spread it out a bit if it produces a big splodge. Of course, it produced a much bigger splodge than I was prepared for, and far more, and I tried to blot it off and move it and colour over. Oh, it was a disaster. Right, so if I tip this, you might be able to see the shine of the glitter. It's not that obvious. Now, I want to colour that bit in. I think that's too pale. Now, I don't know what colours I used, but I am going to grab a yellow but slightly more vibrant yellow. I'm going to use a number 1, which is the... Now, I probably should have done this before putting down my glitter, but I am just going to put that there, because for me it was a little bit pale and now it looks a bit more vibrant. And I'm going to do the same here, because this is actually, we did them the same colour, I think. I'm not going to take it all the way down, just on that tip. If you don't like the yellow, I didn't to start with, but now I do, you could just use the pale green, number, what's that number? The number 550, 551, even the 53, any of those would work if you prefer a green. But I rather like that yellow. So there we are. This has been a little bit shorter. I wasn't sure whether we would get it all done in the one video. I think I probably rushed a little bit just to make sure that I got it done, and now we've got time. There are some dots here. You could go over those. I think I'm going to go over those with the glitter pen as well. I don't really know what they're supposed to be, but I don't think it matters. We'll just put them in. There we go. So I am all finished now. So yeah, so that was that. So thank you if you followed along for the whole series. There it is. I think the light's a bit better if I hold up the other page. Yes, so thank you if you followed along. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do the other side or not. Yeah, I can certainly do it. But as I say, I'll probably take a little break and do something else. Just for those of you who maybe don't have this book, or you know, have got a bit bored with the underwater scene or something like that. You know, as I say, they are 2 standalone pages, so they don't need to be with the same pencils in the same style or anything, really. It's up to you. But there we go. Thank you for watching. Hoping that you have a really super day. Tune in tomorrow for something else. No idea what I'm going to do, but I will find something for you. So tune in for that. But for now, thank you so much. Have a super day and happy colouring.